Unfortunately, I just recorded the weekly reading and it didn't work. So let's try again. So, if you're here with me, welcome to the weekly reading. This is your energy forecast, basically channeled oracle message for the week upcoming. So, I shuffled the cards and I was really drawn to one deck today, and yeah, so let's go through it. So this was the first card that came up, and it came up a couple of times, and it's male support. And in it, it says, Father-son connections and healing. You are supported. Inner father protecting the inner child. Protection, camouflage, family connections. And what I got from the message that I received from this card is that you are sometime this week opening up to an opportunity for support from a masculine. You could be starting a project that will lead to this masculine coming in, or he may actually come in this week. I do not feel as though this is a love connection. So for those of you hoping for that, I'm sorry, I don't feel that is the case. This to me feels very sturdy, very strong, very dependable type energy. So I'm feeling more of like a father figure type energy. However, that being said, I don't think it is. I don't believe it's your father coming in. In fact, I believe that the message I received was that you've grown up in a life where you probably didn't have a masculine in your life, a father. I feel as though, your father probably either abandoned you, he abused you. You had to learn as a child to be the masculine. You had to learn to do all of the things, to bring in the money, to do all the things that a masculine father would normally provide as a child. You didn't have that. And so you have been leading your life very much in the masculine and doing that for yourself. And there is no shame in that. There is no shade. I'm not throwing shade. This is totally just, this is how it was. So you have had to be the masculine. You've had to be the provider in your own life. You've had to be the one who's been dependable and solid, and you haven't had that. Okay, so this card is about that coming in for you. So I feel as though this is going to be, an opportunity for the I get distracted when I say hello to people, so I try not to. So if I ignore you, please don't be offended. So anyway, I feel as though this masculine is more tied to a job opportunity, a friend type energy, someone that you're going to come across that either you don't already know or you know very distantly. I feel is going to step up and offer you this support. So they're going to see what's the word? I've kind of lost it. They're going to see your potential and they're going to try and invest in that. Okay, so they see what you are bringing forward, they see who you are, and they're wanting to invest in that to bring that forward in the world. Okay, so they're giving you this support, this money to do that. I feel like that is very much what is happening this week. And then the second card that I pulled was stability. So not only is that being reinforced, that he's going to be providing that opportunity for support, but I feel like this stability is foundational. Okay, it's going to lead to the rest of your life being supported financially. You are grounding that energy in to the earth. Okay, this isn't just a one-off opportunity. I feel as though it's going to provide you with long-lasting support throughout the rest of your life. The other two cards that I pulled together were Time Tunnels and Enchantment. And what I was feeling from those two cards is that this is all about karmic patterns and things like this, but I'm actually feeling as though now is the time to cut any cords of negative attachment to either people or situations that you no longer want in your life. You may not even realize that there is a big cord draining you at this point, but I feel like you really need to try and set some time aside to cut some cords, just energetically for your highest good around you this week. So really tune into that, because I feel that that's really important. In fact, during this week, I often feel things before everyone else. So earlier, actually last weekend, I actually cut a massive cord. I was guided to cut a cord for my business, and there was something massive draining all of my energy that I didn't even know it was there. So I really feel like do that for yourself, because there could be something there that you're not even aware of at this time, and you will feel so much better afterwards. This card is about enchantment, and it's about connecting with elementals and fairies and to lighten up and be joyful. What I'm feeling from this card, I don't know if you can see, but all of the faces in the card and in the tree, I'm feeling like this is you as the tree, but you're going to be building connections in your community. So you're going to have networking support and networking opportunities coming up, and community opportunities and support also coming in to help you at this time. I feel like it's different from this person. Okay, it's not the same person. I feel like there is also other opportunities that will help you grow, and it's through networking and groups and connecting with others that you will do this. And this is it forms part of who you are, and it provides extra support to you and helps you to grow even more at this time. So lots of support coming in, lots of masculine support. This support is about helping you move forward in life, because it's providing the foundational finances that you need to move forward. And I feel like this is going to happen this week. And because of that support that comes in, you're then able to grow and expand your network and help others, and have others help you, and continue that cycle. This, like I said, this may not exactly come in this week, but you will take some step that will open the way for this to come in this week. The other cards that I got, they kind of came out together as pairs, was Reflections and Healing Guide. So with the Reflections one, I was guided to, you can't see that with my phone, sorry, but there's a heart in the center, and I feel as though you're the heart, and everything else is being created around you. So this week is the week to really tune into yourself and what you want to bring forward. So I really feel like this week is a week of action, and you will be stepping forward. So how do you want your future to look? How do you want your life to look? What do you want to bring forward? Now, today is the opportunity to really tune in and start planning what it is that you want to call forward. I really feel like that's super, super important this week. It's time to map out and sort of plan what you want to create and what you want to bring forward in the world. This isn't a time of just, frivolity. I want to do this or that maybe, but actually sit down and think about what it is you want to do and write it down. I feel like even if it's off, okay, even if it's not completely true, not completely right, not completely you, that doesn't matter. I want you to write down this week what you feel like you need to bring forward in this world. I feel like that is just the most important thing you could do this week. We really need to stop thinking and just going with the flow, and we really need to anchor that in this week, because we want this to come in. Okay, we want this support to help us to grow, to make more connections, and to do more with our lives. And I feel like There's also a guide who can help you with this at this time that's very, very close to you. So you can tune in and help them, or they might give you signs and symbols this week that you're on the right path. I know this sounds a bit vague, but it's not. It's actually really specific. Yeah, you are going to get messages to help you with this, but I feel as though it's super important to really tune into yourself and figure out what you want to bring forward. The bottom of the deck was inner child, and what I was drawn to this, but instead of it being an adult and the inner child, what I actually felt it was at first was the guide wrapping themselves around you. So I feel as though you've probably been on this path alone throughout life, a lot more, and you need this guide to help you. This guide is there. Okay, so I really want you to tune into them, but you need to tune into yourself first, okay? And you need to cut any cords that are holding you back. But they are there to guide you and nourish you. I feel as though there's a lot of connection and nourishment coming in this week. So the male support coming in, the guides that are there supporting you and nourishing you. There's a lot of support and encouragement coming forward this week. This was a really short, usually I do a weekly reading of about 20 minutes, but this week I'm just feeling like it's just shorter and sweeter this week. I hope that has helped. Well, so yeah, I feel like it's a good week though, but it is requiring you to do a little bit more than usual. Okay, so I don't want you to watch this and then just go, oh yep, I'll do that, and scroll through and then watch something else and completely get distracted. I want you to really see if you can take some time after this, even just to sit and journal for a minute. You don't have to write out an essay. I just would really love for you to sit down and maybe do some dot points really quickly, even 3 of what you want to bring forward. Okay, what is it that you want to create in this world? What is it that you want to do? Just spend 5 minutes doing that today. I feel like it will really, really help you move forward. I feel like it's super, super important. You have the guides around you supporting you, but they're really asking you to turn inward and tune in to help bring you forward in life. The male support's coming in. Definitely, I don't doubt that. And it will provide long-lasting stability and foundations, which is really, really exciting. But yeah, I think it's just asking you just to tune in just a little bit. So anyway, that's the reading for this week. That's all I'm getting so far. I hope that has helped you. Let me know in the comments, and I send you all my love, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, loves. Bye.